I would like to welcome you on behalf of the management of the World Bank in Yerevan at today's meeting, which is organized to present two thematic papers on the environment and social issues in the mining sector in Armenia. The papers were developed in the course of the last year by the World Bank in collaboration with counterparts from the Ministries of Energy and Natural Resources and the Nature Protection and other important stakeholders in Armenia. We would like to thank the Center for Sustainable Mining of the American University of Armenia for the exceptional collaboration and for the opportunity to use their premises for today's event. Armenia's abundant mineral resources are a key driver of the national economy and a stable source of funds for development. The sector has ample potential to attract significant foreign investments and lead to sustainable development and shared prosperity of the country. According to the Ministry of Nature Protection, the gross value of available mineral resources is more than $120 billion US, with the cost of extraction for export and pre-estimated reserves totaling to approximately $90 billion. Foreign direct investment in the mining sector rose to 45.5% between January and September 2012. Compared to 10.4% in the same period of 2011. The sector is an important contributor to exports. Only in 2011, three product groups, mining products, precious metals and stones, and non-precious metals, all items manufactured from them, amounted to more than 55% of the national export of goods. Nonetheless, without a strategy that assigns a high priority to the optimal use of mineral resources and which considers the long-term as well as short-term benefits of the sector, Armenia may fall prey to the so-called resource curse. Environmental degradation, social cost, and an equal benefit distribution are key factors that could undermine the ability of the mining industry to contribute to long-term sustainability goals and shared prosperity. Mining sector growth, therefore, has to be accompanied by ramping up critical measures to ensure the sector also contributes to inclusive and environmental sustainable economic development and fair distribution of intergenerational benefits. With the current status of Armenia's mining sector and future developments in the sector, there is ample room for improvements to incorporate sound environmental practice and social planning. The first paper, which will be presented today, is titled Sustainable and Strategic Decision Making in Mining. It looks at the environmental and social costs and benefits of mining and focuses on higher-level regulatory and strategic planning. The second paper, titled Enhancing Environmental and Social Sustainability of Mining in Armenia, seeks to mainstream and enhance the understanding of environment and social sustainability principles in the mining sector and inform reforms. The two thematic papers aim to provide a practical and user-oriented overview of the environmental and social aspects associated with that industry. We believe that private sector stakeholders, along with public sector and civil society, could use the recommendations to guide the best principles in the sector and hold the government accountable for the imminent reforms in the sector. I would like to wish you all a constructive and informative discussion and be honest and share your views. Thank you very much and wish you luck. Bye.
Բարեձեզ, ես մի քիչից վերադառնամ իմ մասը կներկայացնեմ, բայց հիմա հրավիրենք պարոն Vigen Avetisyanին նախապատրաստական նախարարությունից երկու խոսքով։
Բարեձեզ, շնորհակալություն հրավերության համար, բնապահպանության նախարարությունը ևս պատրաստականություն է հայտնել հանքարդյունաբերության ոլորտի հետ կապված բնապահպանական և սոցիալական կայունության բարելավում տեխնիկական օժանդակության համար համաշխարհային բանկի և պատրաստ ենք համագործակցելու, շատ ուրախ ենք, որ համաշխարհային բանկի միջոցներով այսօր մենք ունենք բնապահպանական առումով ընդերքի ոլորտի մի քանի, ոչ թե մի քայլ, այլ մի քանի քայլ առաջ նախագծեր եւ մենք պատրաստ ենք նոր մոտեցումներով, նոր քննարկումներով, քանի որ նոր նախարարը արդեն իսկ հանձնարարական է տվել գործընթացները առաջ տանելու հետ կապված բոլոր հանձնարարականներ եւ մենք այսօր պատրաստ ենք եւս լուրջ քննարկումներով հանդես գալ եւ կրկին անգամ շնորհակալություն ենք հայտնում, մեր պատրաստականություն ենք հայտնում հետագայում նույնպես շարունակելու շնորհակալություն։
Dear guests, I'm Alen Amirkhanian. I wear many hats at AUA. One of those hats is being the Interim Director of the AUA Center for Responsible Mining. Before telling you more about this important center that we at AUA have established recently, I want to extend warm AUA welcome to all of you, especially our World Bank colleagues, Adriana Damianova and Presso, who have come a very long way to be with us here. They have been tirelessly working on this project, engaging civil society and universities, and I hope all of us will be able to see the value of the work that they've pulled together. I think this is a great contribution to thinking and understanding of mining in Armenia. And thank for all of you to be here, for being here, taking time out of your very busy schedules to be here. It will be safe to say that mining matters to all of us. However, how mining matters will differ from one person to another. For some in the audience, the aim is to see bureaucratic red tape removed so mine operators can be licensed and can operate more efficiently. They could also create jobs and bring hard currency to the country and have positive impact on the economy. For others, the concern is whether mining is benefiting the country as much as it could. And often they talk about sovereign wealth funds and revolving funds. There are yet others who are moved by concerns about ensuring that mining does not cause irreparable environmental and social harm, and that workers are treated fairly, and that communities surrounding mining activities are not harmed and in fact benefit from mining. And there's also some amongst us who believe that no new mining should start in Armenia. They argue that our governance, regulatory, and enforcement mechanisms are weak, making it nearly impossible to mine while safeguarding well-being of the country. It is within this complex context that we at AUA acted on the, some may say, crazy idea of creating the Center for Responsible Mining. We were informed by the debates I alluded above. We also recognize that there's a major institutional gap of know-how and practice related to doing mining right. The aim of the AUA Center for Responsible Mining is to promote the creation and adoption in Armenia and the region of global best practices in socially, environmentally, and economically responsible mining. There are several key ingredients to this. First, we'll need to use various approaches, engage the stakeholders in dialogue, organize trainings, bring world-class expertise to Armenia, conduct action research, and never shy away from advocacy. Second component is we'll engage all key stakeholders, including industry, civil society, environmental groups, advocacy groups, financial institutions, and the public sector. The third important component is that we need to bring in knowledge and talents of people from a wide variety of disciplines. Mining is a very interdisciplinary field, especially when we start talking about responsible or environmentally and socially responsible mining. Public health, engineering, environmental science, law, public administration, and more fields are related. So with this aim, we've created the AUA Center for Responsible Mining, and these approaches that I just outlined. There are going to be several programmatic areas we're going to have. One will be mining legislation reform. As many of you are aware, there are concerns about, even though we've upgraded and modernized our mining code, there are still concerns that maybe there are elements that need to be changed, elements that need to be improved. So that's one area that our center will focus on. A second area, which is a very important area, unfortunately not a lot is being done, is mining and socioeconomic policy guidance initiative. What is the statistics, what are the numbers, what is the data that policymakers need to have to be able to formulate good policy on mining? And that information base is lacking, that statistical analytical base is lacking. The third area will be monitoring mining-related pollution and its impact, and this will include baseline studies for mining activities. Fourth area, assessments and action plans for responsible mining. Sometimes communities need help to understand how to bring together their resources and bring the mining companies to the table as responsible stakeholders. And that avenue of activity will focus on those kinds of things. The fifth and last one that we've thought about so far is cleanup and restoration of mining sites. Some may say cleanup is far down the line. We still don't have to think about cleanup. But in fact, as Karen Alababian, my colleague, will present, there are already closed mines which are posing environmental and public health risks, significant risks. So I think cleanup and restoration is an important component that we need to keep alive. With that, I would like to invite, who's next? The World Bank. Yes, Esma Tresa, please.